Hello, engineers. At this point, you should have done problems 1-1A and 1-1B. This is problem 1-1C, 1-1C. And I'm going to figure this one out as we go. So I'm looking at this worksheet that you should have done by now as well. And I'm looking at the drawing. And obviously the drawing is missing the dimensions. So I have to go ahead and make those up in order for you to practice the multi-view drawing skills that I need you to learn. And what I have discovered a long time ago is that most of these parts have similar dimensions. So for example, for 1-1A, the length is 6, and it looks like it's also 6 for C. It was 5 in B, and then if you look further ahead to part D here, it looks like it's also 5. And all I did was just line up the ruler and line up what I thought were squares. So this video lesson might take a little longer because I am going to be figuring it out, and you'll see that process. If you're really comfortable with sketching by this point and not following along with the video, and you're really comfortable just looking at the drawing that I've provided, so look into the assignment. You should see an image of the finished drawing. If you want to just look at that and then attempt it, and then just double check that everything is aligned, then go for it. But if you want to listen along, hear my thought process, and see how I would draw this, then keep watching and do your best to follow along with me. So I've already laid out some dots, and I'm using a pen just so it's easier to see on the camera. And I've already made mistakes, but I'm going to leave my mistakes on the page. And they might not even be visible to you. So I know that this surface here is 4 units long, so I'm just going to go ahead and sketch that line. And I'm going to sketch the height lines here. And what I should have done was I should have just started from this surface and then counted out what I thought the dimensions were going to be. So this could totally be a wreck, or it could be great. And I know the height is 4, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and I counted across there because I needed to include this length here. That probably doesn't make sense, but just keep watching. So I'm lining up my ruler with the diagonal lines of the grid. They're very helpful and help create nice, crispy, clean, straight lines. My pen is bleeding a little bit, but try to ignore that. So I like to kind of draw around the perimeter, and that's what I'm doing. That's what you're seeing me do. I really like this ruler. I like the clear rulers. And I know the height is, I think the height is 4. Yeah, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I counted the triangles, or the units. Should really be calling them units. Lining up with that right there, going down there. And yeah. Now I can close up this surface and the top surface. You should be like, oh, you're missing a line, Mr. Goose. I am, right here, this one. So that's the part. So that's what I think the dimensions are for 1-1C. So let me attempt the front view. So we know I like to put my parts 3 and 3, so left to right 3, up, bottom to top 3, and put a little dot. So we know that the length of the surface, if we count the top, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, it's 6 units. We're looking at this edge right here. And we know that this edge right here is going to be visible. And then the edge of the top is visible. course, the side edges. And then this line right here is 2 units in from the right. And that's it. There you have it. So again, if this was surface A, then this is surface A. If this was surface B, we don't see surface B on the front view, but we could do this. We can have an arrow touch the surface, and we know that that's surface B. We could say this is surface C, and we see surface C here. We could say this is surface D, and we see surface D here. So hopefully that makes sense. Now we put some space in between the front view and the side view. I like to go, 4, 5, 6 units space. And we know that it's 1, 2, 3, 4 units in depth. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We know that the height here is 1 and 1. So we're going to go up 1 here. This is 2, so 1, 2, over 2, down 2. And then we know that this back edge is 1, 2, 3. So from left to right, 1, 2, 3. And the height should match, so that should be pretty simple. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. So from here, we're going to go up to that 4 mark. And then from this corner, we're going to go up to that 4 mark. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. And then line up the front with the side so that we can see that shape. So now this shape right here is showing up right here. Okay, so we have A, B, C, D. Let's say that this is E, and here's E, A, B, C, D, E. Let's say this is F, and we see F here. So surface F on the front view, if we touch an arrow to it, it would be there. And surface E, if we touch an arrow to it, would be there. Now we draw on the top view. So again, we're going to put some space between the front view and the top view. We're going to go up 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to put dots this time. And we know it's 4 in depth. 1, 2, 3, 4. We know it's going to line up here and here. But this, I'm just lining it up. This is the edge we're going to see here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to put a dot there. So this dot that I just put is this corner right here. So we got to go up 2. So up 2, over 2, because it's going to have that shape. And then these 2 dots are this dot and this dot, or this corner and this corner. And now I'm going to go ahead and draw my lines. So this line I just drew is this line right here. Go ahead and finish the drawing. Okay, and the top view is not done. We have to draw this edge now. And let's go ahead and identify the letters of the surfaces again. So we can see B in the top surface. We see B very clearly. It's like a chunky L. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Let's say that the top is G. So G we see there. So if I put an arrow here touching this surface, what surface is that? If you said C, you're correct. If I put an arrow touching this surface right here, what surface is that? Should have said F. The surface is D. And then the arrow touching this surface is E. And then the arrow touching this surface is A. All right, so that is problem 1-1-C.